Okay, my name is Patrick Johnson. I'm a technician here, and the lead technician. My boss, Mr. Bakuda's in the back, Charlie, and also Jasmine works in our service department. And my job here is just to basically inform you how to send your machine up to service, what we do in the service department, the reason for doing the e-cleaning, if not doing the e-cleaning, the adverse effects to it. So you can actually damage your machine by not sending it to service or doing the e-cleaning service. Okay? So, the goals for this presentation is that how to ship your machine up to service online or by phone. And then the 6-point deep cleaning service, what we do at Enagic in our service department. Also, we're gonna go over the plates and hoses, these right here, in more detail, as far as when you do the e-clean or not doing it, what can happen to your plates, we'll go over the details there. And also doing the e-cleaning for the K8, as well as the SD501 under the counter model. That's the model I'll be showing you how to disconnect and everything else at the next presentation. That's the model that's under the counter that has its own separate faucet, just in case you don't know. And also e-cleaning video, SD501. So most people can do e-cleaning with the SD501 and the K8, but they have no idea how to do the e-cleaning for the SD501 under the counter. So they actually show a video how to do that, and also directions. Does anybody here have an SD501 under the counter?
No.
No? Okay. All right, go water softening and ion exchange as far as soften the water. That's when we'll do the presentation showing like the ion exchange soften the water versus the strong Kangen water and the clean drinking water. And go over strong Kangen, strong gases, the benefits, what you can actually use it for. Like far as like your poultry, so you're gonna cook chicken. You can actually soak the strong Kangen in the chicken, pull all the impurities out of it, so it tastes fresher when you actually cook it for your family. And then we're gonna go over the demo. Tomatoes and doing some oil, mixing with the water, and watch how it pulls the dirt and residue off the produce. Any questions so far? All right. Now, if you have any questions anytime, just go like this or say, excuse me, then we can kind of address it. All right, so requesting your shipping label. Say you're in Utah, and the closest office is our office here in Torrance. So say you want to request a shipping label. So this is what you actually will do. So you send it, please send your email to service_Enagic_LA. So that's our direct email. So if you want to send your machine up to service, you can request it via email. And the shipping charge is $23 each way. So no matter where you are in the United States, it's going to be $23 each way. Or you can actually call in our toll-free number, 866-261-9500, extension service department. Now, if you're going to send your super machine in, it's a little more expensive. It's $41 each way. And for the faucet, the SD501 faucet there, you're going to be shipping it in for $12, the whole faucet itself.
What's for $12?
Excuse me?
What's for $12?
It's the under-the-counter model. It has a separate
Okay.
faucet. So the bottle itself is $23, and the faucet's additional $23. And we'll send it to you within 2 business days. So once you request it, you'll get an email back within 2 business days. And that will include, you need your first and last name, your ID if possible, and then your address. And the best way to contact you versus cell phone, email, or home number. And also the serial number of the machine so we can actually match it up with your name and number to make sure it's actually your machine. And then also the bottle type, it's SD501, the K8, which model we can actually ship out able to you. And also the reason for shipping your machine in for deep cleaning, it could be leaking, you have a notice of cleaning, different reasons, or a power issue. You can let us know based on the email, that way we know how to handle your machine once we receive it. And how you would like to receive your shipping label, via email, fax, or in the mail. Now most going to take more than 2 business days for us to put in an envelope and ship it to you. Another way you can go to our Enagic website. This is new for our company here. You can go to the company website, click on the Enagic button at the top right, and then look to the right and click on customer requests. I'm actually going to show you how to do that. It takes you to a new page, and you just click submit, fill out the information. That's it. It will take about 2 business days. So let me show you how to do that really quick. So we go to the Enagic website here. This is the home page. We would go to Enagic, and then we go to sorry, click on Enagic, and then customer request right here. Click on the icon there. It's going to take you to a new page, and you just scroll down, machine quest to the left-hand side here. You just choose your machine, which model you have going in, SD501, the Platinum, under the counter. You choose the machine here. And you just follow the information all the way down. Your serial number, your distribution number if you have one here, and your email address, contact number, and the most important, which branch you'd like your machine to go to. So if you click the icon here, notice it
Patrick,
comes.
does all the, the US office has a service?
I believe they all do.
Okay.
At this point right now, we're just doing Los Angeles, but I think they all do.
Okay.
But when you click on the office you want to go to, then they'll, if they don't send it to you, then we'll take care of it here in Los Angeles. Hello. Come on. So you can go to New York, Chicago, Honolulu, Dallas, Seattle, Orlando. And your customer can do all this online without actually calling in or having your distributor calling you to do it. It's really easy to do. And at the very end, you just submit. They'll write down, write a brief description, what's going on with your machine. See, my machine is stuck on notice of cleaning, it won't come out of cleaning, and then they'll submit it, and then once we receive the email, they'll respond to it. It's really simple to do. And that way, if you're trying to call in, they can't be on the phone, it's like I'm on hold 15 minutes, they can do it really quick, they'll lose right through. Okay. Any questions so far? It's okay for you? All right.
Actually, pertaining, I'm sorry, I have a question, pertaining this shipping and all that stuff.
Yes.
I'm having a big problem with customers out of the country.
Okay.
For example, I have a few customers that want to get a machine so bad in Ethiopia, in
Okay.
Kenya, but they won't get it because they don't wanna do this, the shipping the machine to
Right.
another country, which they have to pay for it, and then they will take time to get the machine back. It's like, he said, what's the point? It's
Right.
like I'm gonna get a car that, from Germany, that I cannot fix it here, so I have to ship it to
Right.
get it fixed. It makes no sense. So I have a lot of problems like that. So
Right, we're trying to
what-
address those issues, those logistic issues, because it has to be an office that's close to them, because it's not worth it to have the machine come all the way to California and they're in
Right.
Kenya. So, we're working that with my boss and other people in marketing to figure out how we can handle that.
Yeah, it's really a
Because
big
it's an
problem.
issue. Right, it's an issue.
Okay.
Because like I said, in South America, there's only one office in Mexico.
And they have to
Brazil.
ship it to
Has to
Mexico.
ship it to Mexico.
Did you say South America?
Yeah, South
Yeah.
America.
What about Brazil?
Yeah, I said Mexico and Brazil.
Oh, you did mention
Yeah,
Brazil.
I'm sorry, I forgot two. So Mexico and Brazil. So no matter where you are, it has to either go to Brazil or Mexico for
Yeah.
service.
And then
So
it costs a
shipping
lot of
your
money to
machine-
ship,
Yeah.
and then the time that you keep and then it's back is right.
Yeah, it's
They
not
won't
easy.
get the machine because of that. I
Right.
said, oh my God, I need to
Well, how
find a
many
way.
machines do they have to have in a country in order for them to open a service department?
Actually, not really sure. It depends on logistics. Like say, we're in Torrance, California, so we take care of like Utah, Arizona. We have, everybody has a certain area they service.
No, but I'm just
So it
saying, for
depends.
instance, let's pick my country, Chile.
Okay.
Like, if they have like maybe, 40 people that own a machine, would that be enough for them to open a service department?
I would have to consult like my boss on that, because I'm not really sure how they determine how to have a service department. We just try to make sure we have someone in the proximity geographic area where that machine can actually ship to us. That's someone, because we only have offices too there. I mean, we're expanding big time, but it's just, I don't know what get the numbers on that. We're just trying to best service in the best way we can. They're going on vacation, and they're gonna go have it shipped to Mexico, and they can pick it up, things like that. So we
But
try
I
to
think
coordinate.
sales would go, like what she's saying, I think sales, if you balance it out, I think it's gonna be more profitable for the company
Yeah,
to
definitely.
pay a person,
Right.
a one-man person, to fix machines all year round. That's the only job that they're gonna have probably.
Right.
Or-
Not necessarily having an office, but just a service
Right.
department.
Well, right now, we have different distributors in different areas, so as the sales teams communicate with distributors,
I
as numbers go up, then they'll be able to.
I
address
think
issues.
like Africa,
Mhm.
I think the Paris office pay half of the shipping when you send a machine to service or repair. Because it's €200 one way, and then they pay €100 for shipping.
And that's one way.
Yes,
No, but what if
That's
it's
one way,
expensive?
it's like-
Because it's expensive,
It's
the shipping
that's
fee,
what
you
I'm
know.
saying. It's like, you know how many customers I have that they want that
Mhm.
machine because of the reason. I was like, oh my
Right.
goodness, I'm in a limbo.
Like, we're a growing company, so
And
we're
I'm
trying to
growing
address those issues,
out of the
not just-
country.
Are you American?
No, I'm Mexican. But I'm a
But
US
your
citizen.
English is perfect.
Oh, thank you. So that is really holding me back because I'm trying to grow out, you know,
Okay.
on countries like where they need this.
Mhm.
unit.
Right.
Makes sense, no, I
It
agree
makes
with
sense,
you.
and I cannot grow there nowhere
I know.
because of this.
Well, if you could send like an email to like our office
Suggestion.
email, that way they can address it, you put it in writing.
Or maybe they can come up with a small little pump that they can do their own cleaning, you know, like something.
They need to have a training program for the
Something.
6A distributor to do
Yes.
the cleanings at least
Yeah.
locally, so
Lo-
that, you know, they can train, get
They're
trained.
trying to address those logistic issues there. It's about the training and having access to the product, and also if something goes wrong with the machine, how they service it. That's our biggest issue as far as doing the e-cleaning. Most people can try to do the e-cleaning, but if there's an issue, there's a leakage, you know, how do they resolve it? They don't have the tools and
But most
parts.
of the time, most of the problem that I have is because of the deep cleaning. I mean, like, most of my customers, I don't never have any problem about leaking or anything else. It's just the deep cleaning that they have to do.
Knock on wood.
But like I said, as you know, as your machine gets older, little things happen to it. So our big thing at Enagic is no one can work on our machines but us.
Right.
Now, if there is an issue, we can address it versus trying to someone Mickey Mouse and put your machine back together, you get it back, it doesn't
Right,
work
right.
correctly. And especially if you have health issues, that's another issue there. Your machine's not getting a proper pH, you know, but you have water, but you can't address those issues. So we're trying to work out those logistics. This takes time because we're a growing company and we're expanding in different areas. You know, more in Southeast Asia, we're expanding, but locally, we're trying to address those issues. All right. So reasons for our 6-point deep cleaning service here is for the plates here. Now, this is what the plates look like, a lot of excess calcium and minerals on the plates here. So we try to do this is the reason for the deep cleaning and also the e-cleaning once a month. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with a lot of calcium buildup on the plates here. And when the water can't get through, it has to go somewhere. So it's gonna crack your plates.
Oh.
There's an end plate that holds everything together here where the water circulates through. And when the water can't go, it's many minerals, the water has to go somewhere. So it's gonna come out the side and crack your plates, and once water goes inside, it can address, it could, doing your power supply, your plates, how you guys doing? Power supply plates and everything else. So we try to do the e-cleaning once a month and have a deep clean service. People say, I spent thousands of dollars for this machine, why do I have to do a deep cleaning for that particular reason? It's $40, it's like having a car and not changing the oil.
Right.
Maintain your machine.
I've had my machine for 9 years, and I've only done the deep cleaning, and every time I bring it, they say I have like a number 2.
Level 1 and level 2, which is really good. But you know, each water source is different. So it depends on what area you live in, the water source is gonna be different there. Like the water difference here, like I'll be going to water reports in the next thing, but as far as like Torrance, as far as Riverside, different areas have hard water. So
Oh,
it depends on
that's
the
where
water.
I live, that I'm lucky that I don't have
Right,
to, I could
district
have grown
water.
the machine without.
Right, how they treat your water, yeah,
Oh, okay.
so this depends. If you have like old plumbing, things like that, you can actually get calcium buildup in your pipes. And that's why people's pipes bust. So, you know, as far as plumbing, copper plumbing, galvanized plumbing, a lot of different factors into it, but you can have,
So to play it safe, everybody should just do once a month that.
do the cleaning, yeah, do
Not the
the
deep cleaning, the deep cleaning, it's a.
deep
it's a
cleaning
given.
maybe once a year, and do the cleaning once a month just to be safe.
You call it e-cleaning?
Yeah, e-cleaning,
Okay, I'm sorry.
yeah, e-cleaning, yeah,
Yeah, e-cleaning once a month.
once a month to be
That's what I
safe.
need to learn how to do.
Yeah, and it's really simple to do. There's videos, I can show you where the videos are. It's just getting yourself on the schedule, acclimated to actually doing e-cleaning. It's not it's not time consuming. You do it before bed, wake up in the morning, rinse it out, and you're done. Just a matter of your schedule. Everybody's a busy schedule. So just try.
So the e-cleaning, you mentioned that recommended to be cleaned once a month, but does that factor in based on the consumption as well, right? How
Yeah,
much
basically,
you
yeah,
use,
basically, yeah. Yeah, minimum once a month. Sometimes
Okay.
two. If you're using it as a business, you have a big family, then twice a month. But this standard once a month for sure, just to maintain your plates.
Hi, I have a new distributor. She just bought a K8, and so she took out the waters and she gave it to somebody, and then the bottles. A couple days later, they found there's a residual calcium underneath the bottle, and the machine just knew. Why
Yeah,
is that?
that's standard. Yeah, I could actually show you why. I actually printed some flyers here. If you might want to grab these flyers, that way explains a little more detail for you.
Right.
That's one of the biggest things that people don't understand as far as alkaline water. You always have the calcium in the water, but the process of hitting the charges makes the calcium invisible. So you're gonna get, once you drink the water, it's gonna evaporate. You're gonna get the calcium residue at the very bottom here. So that's alkaline water there.
I see.
So that's important to do the e-clean, otherwise it's gonna build up. But you always have the calcium in the water. It's always been there. Just the process makes the charge becomes visible and solid.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So regardless, it's a new machine or old.
Yeah, regardless, yeah.
Thank
You just want to keep that to a minimum, you want to keep it down. That's why you do the e-cleaning and doing the deep cleaning once a year to keep that level down. So you get an excess, it's going to cause damage to your plates. But you need calcium calcium and magnesium to make the water actually work.
Okay, so when you have that water, like the customers complain, I haven't seen that in my machine in a long time because I do my regular cleaning, I guess it will help. But when they see it, some of my customers, they see their water with the little, and I explain to them exactly what you said.
Correct.
But they say, well, is it bad to drink it?
No, it's
Because
not.
I have to put it out and serve some more and it's still the same.
No, and that's just once the water evaporates, that's what's left at the bottom there.
Uh-huh.
So you're not drinking all that part, it's after it evaporates, that's the residue that's left at the bottom there.
Okay.
So it's usually the powder, rinse it out, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not bad, it's not health benefits to it. Yes.
Now, can I ask you a question? That right there would be a person that hadn't cleaned their machine in how long?
Good
This
question.
would be like an extreme case, like maybe 2.5 years.
Oh.
They found drinking water, and all of a sudden the water starts going through the flex pipe. No more water comes out through here. That's what happens, because your flow is gonna be strict. The water can't go through.
Oh, I see.
So that's,
So there's warning, there's way to find out.
yeah, there's ways to find out.
You don't need to just wait until it's.
Yeah, you don't wanna wait for something to happen, you just wanna maintain it. Like I said, you'll see water, like less water coming through here, and more water coming through the bottom part. Same here also. Usually it's supposed to be 2-to-1 ratio. You'll start seeing like 1-to-2 ratio, and all of a sudden, it will just water stop coming through here.
Oh, ooh, my goodness, that is really bad.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is like the bacteria that, like, say your waters, and all passes around. Once your water sits in your machine, it can't go anywhere. You know, I'll get a tubing how it's supposed to look. But you can get like bacteria in your tubing for not cleaning your machine out. You get bacteria in there that we can't get out, so we have to change the whole tubing here.
Oh.
And you get a clog through calcium inside the tubing there for not doing that. You wanna take a look at the, it's no
So
problem.
this one has calcium here stuck?
Yes,
inside?
calcium inside, you'll see a little flakes on through there, and you'll see a little green part in the algae. When water just pools inside the machine, this is sitting there, like say you wanna store your machine, there's gonna always be water in the machine. So
Right.
you can start getting bacteria into the machine.
But
Let
what
me show you what
about,
they're supposed to look like. Let me get one.
oh,
One
shoot,
second.
dang,
Wow.
Is that,
mold inside.
How you doing?
whoa,
This one has mold inside.
is it inside the machine?
Yes?
No, well, yeah, inside
This
the,
is inside the machine.
that's where the water comes out.
That's scary.
What do you call it?
So that's why we have to do the cleaning.
Wow.
Wow, this is really so.
It's disgusting.
That's for people who don't clean their machines, though.
Okay, well,
Wow.
What are they recommending again? I just got.
No, they just started, you didn't miss anything.
You just started, oh, good.
Yeah, you have this much.
All he told us before is, the only thing you missed, and I have it here, is the page where it teaches you how to, get if you don't live in LA, let's say you wanted to send your machine, how to get a service
Yeah,
label.
we don't it's like, that's not-
You can do it either online or you can do it on the phone. That's all.
If they don't live here,
Yeah.
If they don't live.
to send it in, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the label. They send it to you in 2 days after you.
This is how your tubing should look. Once we're done cleaning, this is how it should look.
So
So
when
when
you
you-
send the machine to deep cleaning,
Yes.
those are gonna be cleaned up
Yeah,
completely?
clean everything out of here, this
But
process.
how about like using an e-cleaner at home? Does it help?
Well, once we get it all the way cleaned out, you de-clean to maintain it so you don't have this issue.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you clean the tubes for us, or do you
Yeah.
put new ones?
If it's like this, we just change them out.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to
Is that
change
part
them.
of the $40?
No, that's an additional cost. So to keep from paying more than $40, this is $30 to replace, $75 labor. Yeah. Now this connects to your strong acid, your base, and your plates. So water's circulating around. So to keep this from happening, e-cleaning, deep-cleaning once a month. I mean, deep cleaning once a year, e-cleaning once a month.
Okay, I have a question. When you said that it creates bacteria inside,
It can't, the water stays in there.
so when you make it 2.5, would the water go to the hose and will
No,
kill the
it-
bacteria? I'm just wondering.
No, 2.5 is the salt solution.
Right.
Mixes with the plates.
Okay.
So it doesn't go through these other tubes.
Ah, it doesn't?
No,
Oh.
no, it doesn't go to tubes. It just goes right to the plates, mixes with the water.
And where does it come out through?
It comes out through here. It pulls the solution through here, and it goes right to the plates.
Right, so when we're pulling out the 2.5, when it's already made into a 2.5, does it go through any of those tubes?
It goes right there. The
So
solution
that-
goes to here, it goes out to here, and then to the pump, and then to the plates.
No, but when it comes out to us,
It comes out to your gray hose, your secondary hose.
right, but that secondary hose is connected to any of those?
No, this is two
Oh,
hoses
so-
right
Oh, that was my
Yeah.
question. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
That's an inside job, nothing to do with how the water comes to us. It goes
No,
through.
this is where how the water
Okay,
gets,
this is-
it goes through and it goes out.
Okay, so there's bacteria there if you don't clean it. Okay, that was my point.
can I see that? So the one on your right is cleaning once a year, and the one on the
This
left?
is how your tube should be. This is how it should be.
No, plus once a month.
This is once a month, this is once a year.
Yeah, this is how your tubing should actually be. If you clean it on a regular basis, deep cleaning, you
Right.
clean this out, should be. But it's just when you don't take care of it, you don't do any e-cleaning or doing a deep cleaning, this is what it's gonna look like. And I think we-
Over the years,
Over the years and wear and
over the
tear,
years,
yeah.
right.
And also depending on your water source.
See, for me, I'm loaded. I have pre-filters, I do my
Right.
cleaning and all that stuff.
So that's perfect.
Yep.
All right, let's keep it going here.
Yes.
All right.
After 10 years, we learned this, huh?
I mean, it's no, it's things we're learning to do.
But
Water,
guess what, we're gonna be good students and make everybody else learn, right?
I think the water's changing as we get more rain, water changes, like calcium, magnesium. So right now, we're getting a lot of rich mineral water right now in California. So this is what we're
Because of the
doing.
Because of the rain?
Because of the rain. Because the water goes over the stone, picks up the calcium, magnesium, so people on well water, you know, how they disinfect the water, things like that. So get a lot of rich mineral water, so you can get more buildup.
Oh, that's maybe why our machines were clean.
Yeah, it's clean. And like I say, Arizona
We
was
were on
dry.
a, what do you call it when you?
So when we do our 6-point cleaning process, these are the things we do. We open and inspect the machine for leaks and issues. We look at your tubing to make sure that's working okay. We also inspect the tubing for clots. Those are like clots, change those for you. Provide deep cleaning solutions to strip down plates down to zero. So get rid of the minerals, the calcium, any kind of blockage or pressure issue. All right? You're giving a grade 1 to 5. So you said when you get your machine back, you give a level 2. 1 and 2 is where you want to be. Make sure you get the 3 and 4, that's kind of the problem area. So 1 and 2 is where you want to be. So after we do a deep cleaning, we rinse the machine thoroughly after cleaning the process, and then we test your filter for chlorine. The main purpose of the filter inside the machine is to remove chlorine.
Okay.
All right?
I have a question, I'm sorry for turning to this. So I have my machine for almost 5 years. Would you think that even though I do the cleaning regularly, I do that deep cleaning, do you think that I still need to change, or if you guys think that you need to change the hoses inside, you will do it?
No, we have to change it, we have to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, when we inspect your machine, we have to let you know.
All right.
Yeah,
So
you're
every
responsible.
time, you know, when I bring the machine to deep cleaning, you guys check everything out like
Yeah, we pop it
including?
actually open, take a look inside the
Okay.
tubing before we clean it.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
And sometimes we clean it with it actually open, so we can see everything being cleaned out.
All right.
Because if it's extreme case, yeah, we have to watch it go all the way through.
All right.
Okay.
Because if it's a lot of calcium in there, it actually can crack the plates. So
All right.
we try to keep that from happening.
So what is the correct answer? How often should we change the filter?
Filter depends on how big your family is. Every 1,500 gallons of water.
How much?
1,500 gallons of water, usually once a year. If you're using this as a business, then twice a year. For a family of 4, once a year.
But doesn't the machine tell us?
It's gonna, yeah, this calculates how much water is going through.
Yeah, you don't have to worry. It
But you
tells
still have to test your filter. If you have pre-filters, your filter may last a lot longer. So say she has 4 stages, her filter may last a lot longer. So it's important to get like little chlorine droppers to test her filter.
Let me ask you, what about, I have a few clients that I get their machine services, and they literally tell me when I pick up their machine that, Annabelle, it's too much hassle to once, to do it myself. They don't wanna do that,
Right.
but they do have it cleaned once a year. They're not doing the business, they, have family of 3 or 4. If they don't do the self-cleaning that they're supposed to, what's the ramifications of that?
They can get buildup of calcium. If they don't want to do it themselves, the e-clean, that's just going to maintain a proper pH, the 9.5 and 8.5. What they can do is opt to have it serviced twice a year with us. It's $40 each time. They don't do the e-cleaning. But they get an excess amount of minerals and calcium. It builds up. You'll receive floor restriction there, the flow restriction.
Okay, and so, but you're saying that the potency of the 9.5, 8.5 is diminished?
It's going to go down. Yeah, you won't be able to get the right charge.
Okay.
You'll see more wastewater coming through your secondary hose than should come through there.
Okay.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you. So if you were to do, for instance, me, I'm in the same category as her clients that I told you earlier. I only deep cleaned my machines, I've never done the e-cleaning. So let's say I did it now. Would that help the point of the water, or it would only happen again if I did another deep cleaning and then maintain it? I mean, doing it now won't reverse anything that's already gone.
It depends on how long you had it. If you deep clean it within the last 90 days, you're okay to keep on e-cleaning. It doesn't be right after 1 month after. It's just to maintain your water. So say within 90 days, start doing e-cleaning once a month.
Right, but what I'm saying, it'll stop from getting any further, but
Yeah,
it
well-
won't go back to it.
It won't go back. It'll just maintain where it actually is.
Okay, so if I go back now and my water is not very, very purple, then that means something's happening and we
we should do another deep cleaning.
It might mean you have excess minerals, but what you actually can do is run the beauty water like 3 to 4 minutes. It's gonna refresh your plate. It's gonna peel all the minerals and calcium off your
Oh,
plate.
yeah, we used to do that for
And
God.
do that, and then test your water for pH Do that first.
Beauty water for 5 minutes.
for about 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. And then
Every night, correct?
You can do it every night, but it's pretty excess every night. It just depends. If you're using it for like emulsifying oils, things like that, then you want to do it on a regular basis. But regular family, 2 minutes, 3 minutes a day, capture the water, fill the grass, replant things like that. Just don't waste the water.
Just a quick question, you said earlier the main focus of that filter is to remove the chlorine,
Yes.
but they keep the mineral and the calcium. So people are asking, do we need the pre-filter? The water to go to the pre-filter and then go to the machine? Is it necessary? Yes or no?
For the what? I'm sorry.
But sometimes they want to know, they want another filter. They want to go another filter before they go to the machine.
Those are really good to have. Yeah, it's gonna put less stress on the machine and makes your filter last a little longer. So depends on which one you actually have. Like the 5 micron is gonna get rid of the dirt and sediment. That's gonna help the machine a lot better than filter. Maybe the KDF is gonna get rid of the lead, the arsenic, things like that, cadmium, the trabitis, the lead, the metals. That's gonna help you out as well. So, I mean, like I said, it's gonna make a machine, like you spend, like we have one in our showroom called the Ultra E. It's a universal filter. It costs $70 and you just change the filter once a year. It's gonna get rid of a lot of the bacteria that's in the water. It's gonna make the water taste a lot better.
But not the fluoride.
Not the fluoride, that's a whole nother, yeah, it's not better. Yeah,
So the fluoride is
It's in the water.
inherent in the water.
it's no water. Depends on actually, where you actually live. Your district water decides if they wanna put fluoride in the water. Not all companies do it. It's pretty standard, but certain states, certain communities don't have fluoride in their water. But you have to contact your district company for that. Okay, let's see. We also do a strong test mode on your strong acid to make sure you're making strong acid, because if you're not using the strong acid very often, it's a salt solution in that one particular line. So it can clog, it can evaporate the salt solution. So if you're not using a regular line, we have to test that, make sure it's still clear. Because if you're not making a strong acid, you can't make a strong Kangen. Okay, and then also we'll do ROP tests. That's the healing benefits of the water itself. So we're just gonna charge you $10 for that.
But I've never done that. I never even knew you could do it. So what is the purpose of having an ORP test?
Some people use it for different reasons, the water itself. So for, say, to fight like cancer and diabetes, things like that, your RLP needs to be between 230 and 660 standard. So when they do RLP tests, make sure you have the healing benefits of that. Otherwise,
230, 600.
230 to 600. Yeah,
Negative.
negative, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, my daughter has a problem with her machine. It keeps getting clogged, even though she uses the water, the 2.5 strong acidic, but it gets clogged really easily.
So
So
she have the SD5.
she has the junior. So I don't know, I brought it here a couple of times and it just like,
Okay.
it goes right back to it. I mean,
Does she use any pre-filters at all?
no, she doesn't have pre-filters.
And I would recommend like using like the Ultra universal one,
Uh-huh.
or a 2-stage one with 5 micron, getting rid of dirt and sediment. That's what's clogging it up there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm using pre-filters for that. You have a problem with clogging, you want to go with pre-filters to get rid
The
of that dirt.
universal one,
Yeah,
okay.
that's not a lot. And it's cost effective too.
70 a year?
$70 just for the housing and the filter and the tubing, and just change the filter out once a year.
Yes,
And how much are those filters?
$50.
that's really
It's
worth
actually
it.
have a flyer over here too, if anybody, so let me just pass this around, that way everybody has it.
So that's a 5 micron?
It's a combination of the 5 micron and the Kangen. I appreciate it. Thank
And
you.
how much is the one for the fluoride?
One fluoride is $60. It comes in the 2-stage set. You have 2-stage small filters. You can use fluoride or use it with any combination, but the fluoride filter itself is $60.
Or do you have to buy housing for that one?
I have it.
Calcium?
No, housing.
Yeah, it comes with the house. You have to initially buy the base and the filters that come with it. And then after all, you just change the filters.
And how often do you change that?
It depends on your family. Usually once a year, once every 6 months, and using a lot more.
Does it tell you when, or no, you just have to use your own?
You just use your own judgment based on that, kind of gauge how big your family is. But let
There's
you know.
nothing out there to test your water if it has fluoride,
There's testing, but we don't have it here.
right, but do they exist, like, you know how we do the drops for the pH?
Right.
Is there anything out there in the market that exists that people can,
Use a test for fluoride. I believe there is, so I can find out for you though.
because that way you can see when you need to change that filter
Right.
without guessing.
Right. Pretty sure there's a meter to test that, because you test for pH and ROP, things like that, so.
Yeah, that I have, but I'm talking about the.
Yeah, I'll put the fluoride on. Yeah. All right.
Wow, interesting.
This is really interesting.
All right, so I'm gonna do some cleaning for the SD under the counter model here. I don't think anybody has one here, but this is the model that's below the counter and the faucet at the very top. And a lot of people have trouble doing the e-cleaning. So I actually put together a video that's on YouTube, and we're gonna start selling more of these machines. So just in case you know someone that wants to actually buy the machine or might sell it to someone, they'll know how to do the e-cleaning for it, all right? Like a video. And actually this stars one of our coworkers, Sarah. Now the sound isn't very loud, so hope it's okay for you guys. I tried to get some speakers, but it didn't work out.
Enagic's SD501 under the safe model. We will start by turning off the power supply and removing the filter cover. Second, please connect the water drainage tank to the unit. You will hear a click to know that it has been securely fastened. Next, you can remove the filter. Please press down firmly and slide the O-ring to the left. Please be sure that the filter O-rings come off as well. These are rings. Next, please use 1 packet of Enagic's e-cleaning powder in the original SCPU.
And use the same cartridge for the
CPU
over-the-counter model.
original is HG to match the HG filter. Please place the filter O-ring on top of the CPU and firmly press down on the CPU and slide the O-ring over to the right.
rinse over that, like you said, it's run about 3 to 5 minutes.
Yes.
Is that water safe to put back in your garden rather than just go down the drain?
You know, you can plants or, you know, grass, things like that.
Yeah.
You just don't want to ingest it.
Okay, yeah.
It's simple, right?
It's a lot of water.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the water from the filter when you're switching it over.
Yeah.
Just the excess water that's in it. It's clean water, it's just in the filter.
Right.
You top it out of there. Let's see. I think we're gonna switch gears. I wanna do this demo with the strong Kangen, with the, all right, before I do that, I'm gonna go with the ion exchange first, the softened water. Let me talk about the calcium and magnesium. These are the two elements that contain the hard water, create the hard water, calcium. More calcium than magnesium. So when you do like ion exchange, it softens the water, pulls the calcium and magnesium out of the water. So when you're doing an ion exchange, it's exchanging those ions for like calcium and sodium, so your water can actually soften. But this is the big culprits, the magnesium and calcium. So hardness. Hardness is caused by the elements calcium and magnesium in water supply. Calcium typically makes up a large part of hardness rather than magnesium. So this is the breakdown they use for universal as far as what soft water is, moderate, hard, very hard, and target. So if it's too soft, the water's gonna be kind of slimy, soap's gonna stick to your body. So you wanna be somewhere in moderate softness there. But most water, Torrance, California, is gonna be hard water to very hard water. Those are the range. So when they're doing the softening parts of district water from a company, the ideal is to get you between 50 and 85 milligrams per liter. That's gonna be ideal. But when you disinfect a big quantity of water, it's hard to get that. So they give a big range. If you see your water reports, it's gonna say somewhere between 50 and 100. All right. So many people live in the area with hard water that's not softened by their water provider because it's additional cost. They start softening the water, so it's additional cost to you. So no one wants to incur that cost. They just keep the hard water there. Some negatives include poor taste because they're exchanging salt basically for the calcium. So the water's gonna taste a little different there. Also increased sodium, so if you have dialysis or kidney issues, you don't wanna have water too soft because it increases salt in your body. It can damage your body. And also it can be corrosive to your plumbing. Say you have copper plumbing and you have really corrosive water, the water can start leaching the copper into your water source. And then you're gonna ingest it into your body. But what I wanna do here, you guys pretty interactive. These are done quite often here. I want to do like a test for you guys as far as strong Kangen water with the ion exchange that's been softened, and the strong Kangen water here by itself, and this regular clean water for our produce. So anybody want to help me do this at all?
Yeah, sure, please.
I'll take 3 people. I'll stand over here. All right. Take 2 more people, please.
What do you mean about that ion exchange?
This is the water that's been softened with the ion exchange, soften the water, the pre-filter.
Oh, pre-filter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need 2 more people, please. I need
One more.
One more person. Yasmin.
Winner,
Help me out.
winner, chicken dinner.
All right. I need 1 person in the middle here. All right. So we're going to be doing a comparison between clean water, strong Kangen water, and water's been softened ion exchange. All right. So if you guys would just grab like your containers, the one right in the middle there, and grab your tomatoes and put those inside there.
So ion exchange just basically means that it,
Water's been softened.
Can you
lower
move it
depth.
here?
Yeah, it's been softened.
Thank you.
All right, stop.
okay.
Get out the way. It's been softened.
pre-filters.
Right.
Okay.
So this is gonna be regular clean water. So you're gonna pour your clean water inside here. Jasmine, you're gonna use the strong water there, and you're gonna use these soft water there.
When you say clean water, is it 7.0
Yes, tap water, clean water, yeah, filter water.
from one of our
Yeah,
Kangen
roughly,
machines?
Yeah, Kangen machine,
Okay.
yeah, it's clean water. So you wanna clean the produce there. So the water's already starting to come out of that one already. That's the one that's been softened there. This is the regular strong acid. So with ion exchange, it softens the water, so you get more dirt pulled off your produce a lot faster.
I see.
So say summertime, you go into our farmers markets, we want cherries, strawberries, you know, with the ion exchange, it's gonna soften your water that much more. Now they're both working, that one just works a little bit faster. Now let's do this. If you guys grab the cup on the left, and this oil, you put like a little oil in each cup.
And that's basically because with the pre-filters,
Soften.
the sediment
Yeah,
is,
perfect. Perfect.
it softens
You're
it,
gonna do the
right?
same thing, clean water, strong Kangen, and ion exchange. And when you pour it in, just move around just a little bit, shake it. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, I could see how wider it is.
It's got milky.
And how do you get the ion exchange stronger Kangen?
It's a
You have to
pre-filter.
add a filter.
You have to pre-filter before your machine goes into your water.
And where, you can buy that here?
You can buy that here.
And what is that one called?
It's $35, ion exchange filter.
Oh, but if it makes your water too soft, it's a problem, you said?
If it's too soft. Yeah, ion exchange won't make it too soft. You're gonna be in that range between 50
Oh, it
and
won't, so it won't make it too soft?
too soft.
Oh,
yeah, Where it needs
good.
to be.
And so that's what's gonna make us 11.5 become.
Yeah.
I thought it was opposite. I think the harder the water, the strong,
No,
water.
you want it to be softer there so you can get the gas.
That's what I need.
Yeah. All right.
And so these pre-filters, they need to be, installed in a specific manner, or?
Yeah, you wanna have them, like, say you have a 3-stage, one the 5 micron, then the KDF and ion exchange last before it goes inside your
Okay.
machine.
And you can't have it just by itself, you have to have two more.
You can have it by itself, but I always recommend like at least 2, because you wanna get rid of the dirt and sediment. That's the main thing, the 5 micron, like the dirt and, rust or metals that's in the water. That way your machine works a lot better. It doesn't end up in your filter.
And then the fluoride would be the third.
Fluoride would be the last one going in.
But you could have fluoride, the main one, and then this one.
Well, no, well, that one, yeah, you can use fluoride with the carbon, it's 2-stage. Yeah, we have a small filter for that goes with fluoride. You can use fluoride with that one. You use fluoride first, and then you would actually use the ion exchange to soften it, then inside your machine.
And how often do these pre-filters need to be,
That's the bad part about the ion exchange. Only can exchange a certain amount. Like most filters last a whole year, they last about 3 months per filter. Yeah.
okay.
So you only want to use ion exchange when you want to make certain things. And it's better if you bottle it up, you make it and let it sit for about a day or so. It's going to get a lot stronger and concentrated.
Okay.
So can you disconnect it if you don't wanna use it for, like, only connect it when you wanna make 11.5?
Yeah, you can.
And then they'll last you longer?
Last you longer, you can find the filters out.
Oh.
Okay, what about if, I'm sorry, what about if you have, the filters from another company already, 3-stage,
Yeah.
and then you want to add this one to it?
You can add a
Would
4th
that
one
work?
there. You can add a 4th one too if you want to. It just depends.
But ion exchange is also always the last.
It's always the last one is ion
Okay.
exchange. It's always going to be the last one.
And if you're gonna have only one, just that one, you can also do it?
Not for ion exchange, you can have at least 2. Yeah,
Okay, you can have ion exchange and the other one that you
The
said.
5 micron or the KDF. You can use the Ultra E, which is the 2-in-1, and then the ion exchange after that one if you want to. Yeah, but you always want the ion exchange to be the last one.
What would be, in your expertise, the optimal setup?
Really clean machine that's been deep cleaned and e-cleaned on a regular basis. Make sure your filter's working correctly. Yeah, it can't be like old products and trying to get ion
No.
exchange. It has to be like.
That's why
new
I'm
filter
asking
deep-
you,
yeah.
what would be the
Optimal.
criteria
Yeah.
to have?
Have your machine deep cleaned with a new filter, and then containers like these when you actually save it, because you don't want to use it right away. When you're making the ion exchange water, strong Kangen, you don't want to use it instantaneous. You want to use it to where it can sit for a couple of days, because it gets really stronger afterwards, more potent.
And then how long does it stay?
It stays about 5 days, it starts going down, but you can use it, in that container. The thing about it is, we have these containers here. So let me show you this. When you make the ion exchange, you want to make sure there's a cap on top. You want to keep the air out.
Absolutely.
Keep the air out and then seal it like that. That way it stays the same.
And then how long does it stay in those bottles?
As long as no sun gets it, a long time. Yeah, but say you produce, you don't want to let it sit too long. Say you're buying produce, you want to make this the day before, clean your produce, and then you can bag it underneath your cooler, things like that.
Okay, so now let's say we've met the criteria of the deep clean and, one cleaning it at home and whatnot. For the pre-filters, what would be the optimal staging of these
Optimal stage
pre-filters?
will be 3, the 5 micron, then the KDF, the ion exchange. That's optimal. 3.
Okay.
That's gonna work good for you.
This is only based on the fact that you don't have a reverse osmosis certifications, right?
Yeah, reverse osmosis, it takes all the minerals out, so you gotta need a mineralizer to make this happen.
Right.
So the reverse osmosis, using on cruise ships, kills everything. So you have to add the calcium and everything else back into, otherwise you can't make the Kangen water.
I see.
So that type of a unit needs to be completely disconnected so we can,
Use right here.
go ahead and install this type.
Correct. Unless you use the reverse osmosis and then have a mineralizer after that, then you'll be fine. You'll
Okay,
be same exact.
how about if a client has an outside water softener throughout the home that's not reverse osmosis, but that is actually a softener, you know, for bathing, not geared for health purposes, but more, you know,
That kind of, you run into kind of issues there. It depends on what they're using for the softener.
Okay.
Are they using like potassium or are they using salt? Because that's going to affect the machine itself.
right,
And also their plumbing there. So this depends.
Okay.
If they're using potassium, better. Salt's going to affect the taste.
okay.
So
So would you recommend that, a complete separate installation is done, that does not interfere with the softener? Would that be the recommendation?
Yeah, that'd be better for that. As long as you have the pre-filters to go along with it, you're fine. But as far as like
Okay.
using salt to soften the water throughout the whole house and then using the water with it, you're gonna have different test issues.
Right, so there would be two different entities
If you can,
installation,
you can.
if
It's
you
not
can.
ideally, but most times they use the salt water, the softener. My house has a softener, and what can I do? So we try to
Okay.
play which one's gonna work the best with.
Okay, and the one that works best, you're saying there's two, you said there's, salt and potassium?
Well, I mean, for
The so-
to soften the water, use potassium or they can use sodium, which is salt.
Okay,
So sodium's gonna affect, if you have dialysis and everything else, a kidney issue, you can't use the salt, it's gonna affect your body. So
Right.
it depends, potassium you can use, but sodium, it's gonna affect your
so
kidneys.
you have to find out what type
Which
of
one?
softener they have,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
either,
Which one they're using, what they're using to soften their water, potassium or sodium, salt.
okay. And the ideal one is potassium, you said?
Yeah, better than salt, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, first of the two, yeah.
that's
Yes.
important.
Yeah, when I first started out,
That's very
I had a
important.
water softener for every machine, because it was so hard, it would plug up within 24 hours.
Yeah,
And years later, I found out I just install reverse osmosis, because it got rid of all the issues. But nobody had a mineral cartridge to put back on
right,
until recently.
right.
Now they have it, and so now, all my installs for the last 15 years are reverse osmosis with a mineral cartridge. It eliminates all the confusion.
Right, it's so much better. It's just, you know, when bacteria goes around the viruses, like cruise ships, people go on these cruise ships, the best thing they do is they kill all the bacteria that's in the water. That way, there's no issues with things like that. So it started with the cruise ships and travel.
Yeah, my big issue is fluoride, because it's a big issue. The machine itself will destroy half of it just through the electrolysis process.
Right, but we just don't, we can't claim that because we don't have documentation on it.
Right.
So we say it goes out to the waste holes, but that's why we always say, go with the pre-filter just for
Yeah.
sake. All right? Cool.
But this
So
one
Pat-
looks more clean than that one.
Oh, we didn't put the water in the cups, huh?
Could be the lighting.
Maybe light, I mean, this is gonna be stronger. I mean, this is works a little faster. I mean, it's still gonna be strong Kangen. This one is just softened a lot faster, so you have more milky here.
Get it out of the.
Yeah.
But
You
when
can
you,
see 'em.
when you do your filter,
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. This is a little bit lighter than this one right here. It's just this softens a little faster, that's all.
when you, this one right here, the iron, that's the softener,
Yeah,
if the person's having dialysis, yours is okay?
yeah, you're not using the sauce. They're just using the molecules within the filter. We're not adding to it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not using the big, but this is like what they're using like,
Oh, I see.
companies where they distill big quantities of water.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
we're not using that. This is ion exchange. I'll show you what it looks like. But we're doing it at the point level, which is just a filter.
But you see the difference of the oils?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah, the oil, I can see the
Really,
difference.
really
Yeah.
well.
This water. This doesn't do it at all. It's just clean water. It's not supposed to, but just to show how it pulls off
Oh,
produce.
no, this is the one with the oil.
That's a tap water.
Tap water, okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah, now we're good. All right. All right.
So
guys.
like, you know, for every, I think that every household situation is different.
Right.
Because
Some water source.
if that we have certain question for specific client, can we just go to the Enagic chat and somebody from service department can answer the question?
It just depends.
Depends.
Sometimes Teresa's on there, sometimes I'm on there. So I have a direct email, so if you have questions regarding that, you can just email me directly.
Okay,
It gives me about 24 hours to get back to you.
Okay.
Somebody at my desk all the time.
All right.
This is you, Patrick?
That's me,
Yes.
yeah, that's me, yeah.
okay,
So usually if an email comes through, then I say, hey, you got an email, then I run to my desk, check it, because I'm in two different places.
oh, okay,
But most times, if you give me like within 24 hours, I'll respond back to you.
okay, great, thank you, that's good to know.
Do they have a policy coming up in the future where Enagic will charge a fee and they'll install for the sales reps, so we don't have to do the installs
Which model machine?
on any machine?
We have, they don't let us do it because we don't have enough technicians to actually do it and go out. We do have people we refer out to do it for us, like I have a guy that if I can't do it, or I know pretty well, I can refer him to someone to install.
So the company, we can find those people from the company?
You can, especially if you get a referral. Usually if you get an applying, they have someone that they know they can install it for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a person I work with pretty close. He does like local LA, Orange County and things like that.
What does he charge for SD 501 or KA?
Actually, that I don't know. I don't get into what he charges. I just want him to provide the right service, make the phone calls and call people back.
But
I
that's
think
easy
it's
to
to
install.
respond. I don't want to get in what he charges. My thing is if I refer a client to him, he's gonna make that phone call, make sure they're satisfied. I don't get any complaints come back to me.
No, she says it's easy to install, it is, but I think what he's referring to is when the person's faucet doesn't, it's like they have fancy ones and
And
you
they
have
have
to.
to use an adapter or
Adapter.
whatever.
There's no- that's where it gets
They
complicated.
might want reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot involved in installation, and
Yeah.
everybody, that's the major problem.
Then
The
you probably need to
competitions
find
that
your
are
own
coming
plumber.
Are bragging,
I
well,
have
for
one.
the same price,
Oh,
we
really?
take
Yeah.
out for it, everything, we do the install, and once again, I want Enagic to be in front, not behind.
Right. I mean, we refer people out, but our biggest thing is, excuse me, they can use our product for its install, but they can't modify the product. We don't want the product modified. So say this should be above the counter, and they want to put it below the counter, it causes, it's under warranty, but say
Right.
the pressure in the water cracks the plates, it voids the warranty.
Yeah.
So you can say, oh, you can put it in the counter, you can do certain things,
Yeah.
but then when problems happen, and they come here, I gotta say, you voided the warranty by modifying the machine. And you spend $6,000 for the machine, and warranties, 5-year warranties voided, you know, they're getting really, really strict on that, so. my biggest-
That's why I wanted the company to do the installs, because our competition is now doing that, and they're stealing my business.
Right,
Because people want to sell, they don't want, women, and they don't want to crawl under the counter and,
right,
or on top and then install the filters and, it's complicated.
right. I would just suggest, like, send us an email, and that way it can go to my boss and another boss, and that way they can address it. Sometimes if we're talking about it, it doesn't get to them.
Yeah.
But you put it in writing, it has to be forwarded all the way up, and then they can make the adjustments.
Sounds good.
I'd like to suggest, Patrick, I don't know if you're the appropriate staff to address this or answer it, but regarding extended warranty, number one, and number two, compensation plan regarding filters, when we buy up there or we take it direct over here, would you be the appropriate staff person or who?
Well, if you're a distributor, you get a certain discount if you buy it up front. Just in our department, they get a $20 discount on the filter if they're the original owner. That's all we can do in the service department. But as far as the pay structures and commission you get, that would be a sales issue on that there.
Okay,
But
and
for-
how about the extended warranty, anything, new policies regarding that? For the
For the
different
service-
Kangen, units?
Distributors, usually if you have extended warranty, say this is good for 5 years. If you buy the next extended warranty before this 5 years is up, it's $350. It's $250. If you let it expire, it's gonna be $350. There's no compensation to distributors for that
When did
extended
this come
warranty.
out, the extended warranty?
It's always been here.
I've never known that.
Yes, they do have it. Can you suggest for like another seminar regarding addressing that? Because there's a lot of distributors that don't know that, regarding the extended warranty. And number two, the way the filter compensation plan work. I understand about the discount, but there's also, I understand compensation, whether when you buy, whether it's on sale or not, at the front desk, or whether you have it and you bring it in and you say, can you take care of that? And there's a differentiation of that, and
Right.
it's very important that the distributors
Right.
really
That's-
leverage
that's-
themselves on
Right,
it.
That's a
yeah, I have
service,
Mr.
no,
Fukuda
that's not
address
a
that issue,
service
because he's the
issue.
person that decides the compensation.
Okay, and who would that be?
Mr. Fukuda.
Mr. Fukuda, okay,
He's the person that
thank
decides
you.
that.
And then the extended warranty is another 5 years?
No, it's 3
Three.
years. Extended
So
warranty is 3
originally
years.
5 when you buy it,
Originally 5 years.
and then every 3 years you can buy extended, or
Every-
we
yeah.
can only, because
Oh.
Every 3 years you can extend
the
it.
machine lasts 14
Okay.
years. You can-
As long as you maintain it, it gets go.
For like the 250 for every machines.
For every machine.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
as
then
long
it's
as- you don't
3
wanna
years.
buy it before you have to, you wanna buy it like close to where it's gonna expire, because it overlaps.
Right, but like, from,
Okay, thank you guys, thanks for coming.
like from the Super 501 to Level Cal, it's all 3 years, 250 for extended warranty.
The Super, I believe, is a different price. Jasmine, is the Super, how much is the extended warranty? Is it-
Super is $100 more.
Okay, so you get that for
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yes.
I'm curious, what happens when the machines expire and, they're set for purpose, whatever they last? Does the company recycle the machines, or we just discharge them and
It just
recycle
depends.
center?
Say someone brings a machine in and they don't wanna pay for the cost to fix it, they'll have to sign a paper saying they release.
One
the machine.
second.
You have to release the
Turn it
machine
off,
to us,
please.
yeah, and they actually will, we'll just destroy the machine.
So we bring it here, people will bring it to the.
If they don't want the machine, they can't service it anymore, they want to just get rid of it, you can just be destroyed. We just break it up so it can't be tampered with.
So, but we bring it to,
I mean, you can, it's up to you, or you can throw it in the trash, or you can break it up. I just want to make sure it's broken up. You don't want the serial number things floating around. So like say your machine has enhancer damage. It's gonna cost you too much money to fix it. You don't want it to fix it. It's gonna be here. You can pay the $40 and pick it up, the inspection process, or you say, you know what, I'll just do without it. You can keep the machine. We'll just have you sign the paper, release it to us, and then after, I think, 60 days, we'll just break it up and discard it.
I'm sorry.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you speak too fast, and
I'm sorry.
What is your question?
Like, after, the machines expire, they're
Yeah.
no longer good to use,
Uh-huh.
does the company has, recycle
No.
procedure where you can bring the
You
machine
just
and
keep
they.
No.
rebuilding the
Oh, no,
machine.
I'm sorry.
No.
Like,
You can-
like Apple does, you bring your phone
Yeah, I'm
and they
sorry.
recycle the
I
phone.
misunderstood you.
No.
You can trade your machine in. You can trade it in if you get credit for a new model upgrade. You can. Whether it's working or not, you can bring it in and get a trade in for the model.
They give you money for your money.
They give you
Okay.
credit, yes.
Cause, I was like, what happens after the machines,
But it's gonna
expire?
last for a long time.
Oh, I thought
You
you were
worry
saying
about
like,
30 years,
you
no
just
from
want
now.
more, I want to get rid of it and charge it out.
No, it's like after, their time expires,
Right.
yeah, that was.
Yeah, you can bring it in, you can say, go to sales area and say, I want to exchange my machine for another SD501 or a K8. They'll give you a certain amount of credit, money towards the machine itself.
I see, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Sorry about that, I misunderstood.
Yeah, you were like,
I'm sorry,
like I was like trying to
I thought
catch
you
up
just wanted
with
to
you.
throw it out like you're not, you
Yeah,
don't dig,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm a slow learner, so.
Oh, no problem, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
All right,
So I'm interested in the plates themselves. I heard if you are the original owner of the machine, you can replace the plates for like $500.
Right, yeah.
And that means what, every 7 years? Does the company know what we should be changing the plates? Because eventually they do wear out.
It depends on the testing. You have different tests we do on the plates as far as the power supply. It's gonna be the power supply or the plates. More than likely, the power supply is gonna go up before the plates.
Okay. And that's like $100 to replace?
The power supply is like $400.
400?
Yeah.
$400. So for
we actually
instance,
tell you to buy the extended warranty. We would advise you to buy the extended warranty. That way you can replace the plates or the power supply or the base things, the components inside the machine if it needs to be replaced.
Okay, and
For-
that's
for-
$250
for no
for
pri- for
3
no
years.
price?
For the extended warranty, covered under warranty.
That makes sense.
It gets paid,
Yes.
you don't pay any.
Yeah.
So that's, because that makes sense then, because the plates are $500, the
Right.
power thing is 400. So
Right.
you're basically, with your warranty, you're paying for all that
Right.
anyway.
But you guys have to realize, because you're the original owners, you get the discount price. If you're not the original owner, price is incrementally higher.
Double.
So definitely, if you're the original owner, you can take advantage of those benefits. But
What has been the history with the Kangen units, especially like the K and the SD501, that have had the 5-year longevity and they've done maintenance accordingly past that point? You said the power supply is what normally would go first?
that would probably go first. The
Right,
plates, yeah.
so, but if the maintenance has been done to the T, do we still find that happens, that's the longevity and that the power supply does give?
Yeah, I mean, it can happen. It just depends. It's like a car. Certain things might just run really well for a period of time, then all of a sudden it just goes out. Like in the fall, we have like a lot of storms, rain, and everything else. Back east and everything else, they have power surges. So that's the whole power supply of the machine. So that can be covered underneath your warranty.
So you said 300 for the extended, and how long is the extended for?
3 years.
Okay.
3 years.
and then we can continue purchasing the
Yeah.
extended
You
warranty,
buy an
right?
extended warranty, yes. As long as you're the
It is
original
tax
owner.
deductible, by the way.
If you're not the original owner, what
It's
happens?
tax deductible.
You don't qualify for
No,
the extended warranty.
getting all
You
the
have to pay
answers.
Part by part.
Definitely.
So instead of paying, like, say, instead of paying $400 for the power supply, you're gonna pay $800 for it.
Doubles the price.
All
Or
right,
you
you
go to
guys?
the original owner and tell him to buy it.
And that's a good point, because when they sell theirs on these different.
Here,
forums on the
$400,
internet,
buy it.
they
Yes.
have price.
Yeah, price.
And so
Let
now that
Enagic
I've
make
learned what you just
money.
told me, I can say, you're gonna wind up paying full price anyway.
Right.
They
because
do
you're
make
gonna have to
money.
buy the
I
parts,
know, but
not the warranty.
more money.
The only thing they can get a discount would be is like maybe, like the filter sales, the enhancer sales, things that everybody gets a discount for them. They come in, they can get those prices at those times, like June filter sale, December filter
everybody.
sale. When everybody gets it. But
Okay.
everything else, deep clean is gonna be $50 versus $40. filter's gonna be $120 versus $100. They have to pay more for it.
So what will be, if I don't have the extended warranty, what will be the price? You said that we have discount if you are the original owner. What will be the discount?
If you're not the original owner, or you?
If I am the original owner, if I don't have extended warranty, what will be the price for me, or what will be the discount?
No, you only get a discount
For the extended warranty.
to
Only,
buy the
yeah,
warranty.
okay, only for the
Extended
extended
warranty. Otherwise, you gotta pay each part by
regular
part.
price, okay.
Yeah, and the power supplies are gonna cost more than extended warranty.
Do those, when you replace those, is that part of the warranty?
Right here, yes. The tubing,
Yes?
Plates, yes.
For the first 5 years, you don't have to
Yes.
pay, they'll replace those.
yeah, once we check the machine out, if there's an issue with it, we'll just change it out for you. We don't call you and say, hey, it's under warranty, we're gonna change the
Right.
part out, we just change it out for you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
So our job is to make sure it's working properly when you get it back. Because we guarantee our work for 30 days. If there's any issues, we have to send you a label, you ship it in, we have to handle it, we don't want those complaints. So we just change it out, make sure it's working properly. We may inform you like, hey, your machine has a little calcium in here, you know, recommend doing the e-cleaning or doing this or that, but let's see how we handle it. All right?
How long have you, in your experience or anybody in the service department, have you seen that the power supplies or nothing has gone wrong? 8, 10 years?
The longest I've seen it, it's been like 9 years.
Mine's 9 years, still
Like
nothing.
9 years.
Interesting.
I mean, everything's working fine, yeah, as far as it's ionizing, getting the proper water, you know,
But a key component is this person has been servicing the,
servicing the machine on a regular basis, little things here.
Absolutely.
Changing the
Okay.
filter, maybe changing the propeller here, little small things that don't
Yes.
cost a lot.
Absolutely.
Just to maintain the quality of the water.
okay. Thank you.
All right, you guys, that's
All
gonna
right.
end our seminar.
All
Thanks
right.
everybody for coming down.
Thank you so much.
No problem.